A horned dinosaur with a fantastically colored head. In the Montana wilderness, scientists have discovered the remains of a previously unknown species of horned dinosaur. Weighing approximately 5 tons, the herbivore was distinguished by its colorful horns and a ruff around its neck. Scientists indicate that the colorful headdress was probably intended to attract attention and played a role in courtship. The dinosaur remains were discovered in 2019 in the wilderness of northern Montana, a few kilometers south of the US-Canadian border. After a long, painstaking reconstruction of an incomplete skeleton from small bone fragments, scientists realized that they were dealing with a previously unknown species from the group of ceratopsians, horned creatures, which includes Triceratops and Styracosaurus. The description and research results were published in the journal PeerJ. Scientists named the dinosaur Lokiceratops rangiformis, which roughly means Loki's horned face that looks like a caribou. Now the dinosaur has a permanent home in Denmark, so we chose a Norse god. Doesn't he look like Loki with curved blades? Said Mark Lowen of the University of Utah, referring to the curved, blade-like horns at the end of the ruff, a bony shield at the back of the skull, a weapon characteristic of the fire god and tricksters of Norse mythology. The second part of the name refers to the asymmetric horns at the front of the ruff, resembling caribou antlers. Fossil analysis showed that Lokiceratops rangiformis was larger and heavier than other ceratopsians. It weighed about 5 tons and was nearly 7 meters long. Compared to other ceratopsians, it lacked a nasal horn and its snout was wider and longer. However, what distinguishes it most from its cousins is the aforementioned ruff and horns, which, according to researchers, were shimmering with different colors, which probably played a role in courtship. A new dinosaur pushes the limits of ceratopsians' bizarre headgear. It wore the largest ruff horns ever seen on these creatures, said Joseph Surdich of Colorado State University. These skull decorations are one of the keys to discovering the diversity of horned dinosaurs, he added. The researcher compared dinosaur horns to bird feathers. Birds use feather colors and patterns to distinguish their own species from similar ones. We think that the horns of these dinosaurs were analogous to what birds do. They use them either to choose a partner or to recognize species, he noted. Lokiceratops rangiformis lived about 78 million years ago. Its remains were found in the same rock layers as the bones of 4 other dinosaur species, showing that 5 different species of dinosaurs lived side by side in the swamps and plains along the eastern edge of Laramida, the late Cretaceous continent that covers what is now North America. 3 of these species were closely related and were not found anywhere else. The authors of the paper say the discovery provides further evidence that the area was home to a much greater diversity of animals than previously thought. They also point out that Lokiceratops rangiformis provides evidence that these species evolved rapidly in a small area, as can sometimes be seen in birds. When Triceratops emerged 12 million years later, regional differences had become homogenized to include just 2 species of horned dinosaurs, possibly in response to a more uniform climate, Surdich pointed out. Lokiceratops rangiformis helps us understand that we are just scratching the surface when it comes to the diversity and relationships in the horned dinosaur family tree, Lowen said. A 3,300-year-old shipwreck has been discovered with its cargo intact. A shipwreck dating back over 3,300 years was discovered at the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea, approximately 90 kilometers off the coast of Israel. There are still hundreds of intact jugs and jars in the hold. Scientists emphasize that the discovery shows for the first time the impressive navigation skills of ancient sailors, which allowed them to cross the sea without visual contact with the shore. The Bronze Age ship, which sank about 3,300 years ago, was discovered during a routine seabed survey conducted by Energene, a company engaged in the exploration and extraction of natural gas. The wreck was found at a depth of 1,800 meters at the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea, about 90 kilometers off the northern coast of Israel. The ship's holds still contain hundreds of intact jars that held goods. Until now, all shipwrecks from the Bronze Age, which began more than 5,000 years ago, have been discovered in shallow waters close to the coastline. The oldest known sunken ship in the world is located just off the coast of the Greek island of Dokos and is believed to have ended its life around 4,200 years ago. As Jacob Sharvit from the Israel Antiquities Authority, which participated in the research, admitted, until now it was assumed that trade at that time was carried out by safely sneaking from port to port, keeping to the shoreline. The discovery of this boat changes our understanding of the skills of ancient sailors. It is the first boat found at such a distance from the shore. They probably used celestial bodies for navigation by measuring the position of the sun and stars, he said. It is a cargo ship designed as the most efficient means of transporting relatively cheap and mass-produced products such as oil, wine, and other agricultural products such as fruit, Sharvit explained. The presence of such a large cargo indicates trade links between the country the ship came from and the ancient Levant, he added. At this stage, little is known about the origins and history of the ship. Researchers suggest that it most likely sank during a storm or pirate attack, which was relatively common in the Bronze Age. It seems that the place and depth at which the ship rested protected the wreck from waves, sea currents, and divers who plunder wrecks in shallow waters. As a result, the ship remained well preserved for almost 3,500 years. There is huge potential for research here. The ship is so well preserved that it seems as if time has frozen since the disaster, Sharvit said. Energene uses a remotely controlled underwater vehicle in its hold. The inspection of the site and the map prepared during the work show that the wreck is 12 to 14 meters long. The company's employees first noticed hundreds of jars. Only later did parts of the ship appear. The discoverers admitted that part of the ship and cargo were buried in the muddy bottom. The company's employees managed to pull 2 jugs to the surface from 2 different parts of the hold. At first glance, scholars concluded that the amphoras resembled Canaanite products. They will soon be thoroughly examined and exhibited in a museum. Given the importance of the discovery, we decided to present the jars recovered from the depths of the sea to the public and tell the unique story of the ship, said Eli Esposito, director of the Office of Antiquities.